All right, we're recording. Hi, everybody. Kay Souter Dixon here. How are you? Ambassador Diamond with It Works Global, and I am so pumped about tonight's Zoom. We are here live from my bedroom. We're going to talk to two of our newest diamonds on our team. Both have earned Go bonuses. One has earned a $5,000 bonus and one has earned $10,000. And this is a big deal across the board. Like, this is a big stinking deal to have diamonds on with us tonight and for them to be able to share their stories and their hearts and even give you a couple tips. But most importantly, I want you guys to know that this is going to inspire you. This is going to inspire your team. This is going to help you take it to the next level. Even for those of you that are watching the recording, you know, this is a big deal for you to promote and really go after your dreams and just realize that we all have a story, we all have a background, we all come from somewhere. And so really looking forward to you guys having lots of aha moments tonight. So keep the chat live, be excited, cheering these girls on because I know they're really anxious to share their stories, and my job is to be here to make them feel super comfortable. And so I just want to introduce you. I know, Ashley, we're going to start with you. So Kiana, say hi to everybody before we start.
Hi.
And I'm saying your name correct, right?
Yeah, I'm really surprised because it's a hard one.
Yes, I did it. So we're going to get to you in just a little bit. Okay, thanks for being on. Okay, Miss Ashley Clark. Hey, girl.
Hi, guys.
Are you excited?
Yeah, nervous, excited.
Nervous? You know what? If you weren't a little nervous, I'd almost be a little worried.
Yeah, probably.
I remember the first time I had to call customer service way back in the day. It's been, 8 some years. I freaked out. And so I can't even imagine when you're on a Zoom. It's awesome. You're doing a fantastic job. So Ashley, I just want to know, I know we know who you are. I know, I just want to know where you're from. And then I want to know how long you've been with It Works and how you got introduced to it.
Okay, so I'm from Tacoma, Washington. I am a single mom of 2 little girls. I got started April 8th, but it actually took me 6 months to join. Like, the first time I ever talked to my upline, Katie, who I signed with, I talked to her back in November, and I was kind of like, oh my God, no, I can't do this. It was kind of like scary to me, like something completely out of my comfort zone. But I kept watching her as a 21-year-old mom stay home with her daughter, and she was making all this money and her life seemed so fun. And I had taken my daughters to Disneyland back in April, and I was able to spend the whole week with them because right now I am a full-time college student and I'm a barista. So I was working literally, I'd be at school from Monday through Thursday, and then I would work Monday morning before I went to school, starting at 4 in the morning. I'd work a Wednesday or Thursday night shift. I'd work Friday all day, Saturday 5 a.m. to noon. And then my daughters they go to their dad's house every other weekend. So we basically had every other Sunday was our day of no school, no work. And I just remember going to Disneyland, and it was so nice to actually have that whole week with them because it's been a long time since we actually had that. As a single parent, you're constantly working. You don't get to be a stay-at-home mom like a lot of people. And I kept watching Katie, and I finally decided, okay, I messaged her, and I was just like, all right, let's sign up. I'm ready to go. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but that's basically how I got started, was watching someone else's success.
So what do you feel like your ultimate why was at the time? Because I know this evolves. I know that it's probably different today than it was even when you joined in April, and it's been such a short period of time when you think about it. So what a huge accomplishment to promote to Diamond and have this bonus under your belt. So what do you feel like that first real strong vision in your mind was when you joined?
I was becoming a mom at a young age. I was 2 weeks before I graduated high school, found out I was a mom. I'm probably going to get emotional. I feel like I've been trying to figure out what I've been doing for the past 7 years, and I feel like I finally got it right. My reasoning was because I was a bikini barista at the time, and don't judge me. I was super unhappy at work, at school. It just felt like I was failing as a mom because I never it's like we weren't together that much. And I didn't want them in daycare all the time. I didn't want them being watched by a family member all the time. So it's really important to me to find something. Like, I prayed for something. I was like, I just need something that's going to come along. I need a change in my life. I didn't want to do this bikini barista stuff anymore. And I'm actually quitting my job. September 1st is my last day, and I'm going to be completely like stay-at-home mom.
Cool. Everywhere.
Yeah, so it's mainly my daughters and getting out of being a bikini barista and just kind of figuring out like what I'm doing, I guess. Yeah.
Wow, everyone's cheering you on over here. No judgments at all. Like, you are amazing. You're incredible. You're awesome. You know, you just you did what you needed to do, and you do it for your family. You do it for your kids, and it's just it's an honor to be on this Zoom with you tonight, to hear your story and to just watch this progression that you're having in your life. It's just exciting to witness, and it's just going to get better. You realize that, right? Like, you just got started.
Yeah.
Your whole life is ahead of you, and you're writing it. You're the one with the pen and paper, and you get to create it how you want it to be. So that's really, really, really exciting. Okay, so Diamond's a big deal, and you earned a bonus. So tell everybody how much you earned.
$10,000. I remember when I first came into this, like, I didn't really know what I was doing, but I told myself I'm going to get that $10,000 bonus. Like, I didn't really know how. I didn't really understand everything at the time. But since day one, anytime I've talked to anyone about the business, I'm like, yeah, I'm earning a $10,000 bonus by July 31st. That's all I've been saying. And so to finally get that was huge. I'm freaking excited.
Well, yeah. Oh my gosh. So what does that mean to you right now? I mean, not only did you promote to Diamond, which is typically on average about extra $2,000 a month, but now you have this $10,000 bonus coming in every single month, broken down. You had to have just been floored when you saw your paycheck.
Yeah, I was excited. It tripled this month. Like, I don't know. It was amazing. Basically, I'm saving up for my first house right now, so that's going to that, and then also being able to actually quit my job. That $10,000 bonus on top of everything helps out with being able to fully quit. And I can't believe, like, I'm a little nervous to actually like fully quit my job and be like completely from my own business at home. But yeah, that's what it means to my daughters tonight. It's like saving for a house, spending a lot more time with them, and actually fully quitting my job.
That just means fully being able to put more time into this, and
yes,
diamond and triple diamond and presidential and ambassador. So, what do you feel like your future with It Works looks like? What do you see over the next couple months, and what are you looking forward to? I'm
actually pushing to promote again for the end of September. I want to go double diamond. I remember I was super new, but I had gone to green carpet before I really knew how like huge this company was, and that's kind of what like lit a fire in me even more. I was listening to everyone's stories, and like I remember Kiana and Katie and I were sitting in the bleachers, and we were looking down at all like the fancy ambassador and like VIP seating, and we were all three just like, one day we're gonna be there. Like, I didn't know how far I really wanted to go with the company. I knew that I had wanted to afford quitting my job and afford buying a house and things like that, and not struggling as a single parent anymore. But I just remember seeing those seats and then listening to the people on stage, and I was like, I will be in that seating one day. Like, I want ambassador. I want to go further than I thought I was going to go when I first started. So I see myself staying with it for a long time, and I am going to get in those ambassador seats one day. Maybe on the white couch. Yes. Yeah.
When you really take it that far, that's so exciting. And, so because you did promote to Diamond, you've got a lot of people watching you now and even on the recording, Ashley, that are like, they want what you have. They want even a taste of it. They want ruby. They want emerald. They even may want triple right now. And they've got team members that need to promote to Diamond. And so I know you've thought about this today, a couple of tips that you could to give everybody to really just, because you went for it, and you went for it in a short period of time, but for anybody, what can they do to get it done this month?
So I came into this business, I was like, I'm the type of person, when I get into something, I want to learn everything that I can about it. So from the very day one, I started watching YouTube videos. I started finding different It Works people, like people higher up in the business. And I didn't know who they were or what their importance was at the time, but now I understand who these people are. But I was constantly watching videos, how to go diamond, how to go double diamond, how to get LCs, how to get DTs. Every day I was watching YouTube videos. I remember my daughters were doing baking lessons in Seattle every Wednesday night, and it was for an hour and a half. And that whole hour and a half, I sat in my car, took notes, and just listened to people's videos, like Jessica Pearson, just to name a few. I was watching videos, so always be willing to learn constantly. If I can find time to watch it in my car while my daughter's doing baking lessons, like you can always find that little downtime of 10, 15, 20 minutes. Everyone has days where you're going to get a bunch of no's, you're going to get ignored. I really started listening to motivational videos. I never used to do that before, but those are that's how I start my day now, is with a motivational video while I'm doing my hair and makeup in the morning or at night, or even if I need it in the middle of the day, say I'm having a bad day. You just got to keep your mindset right. And another thing that helped me was my first couple months, I didn't really make a goal of how many loyal customers I wanted to get each month. So I was just doing my usual, do the steps to success. And then last month when I was trying to promote, I gave myself a number that I wanted to hit. And it was way bigger than I had ever gone before. But actually having that number and looking at it every day and focusing on that helps to make a goal and to look at it every day. So I guess that's a couple.
Being so full-time and being in school and working and just being a mom life, I mean, just taking care of yourself, I know what that's like. What, maybe an action tip or something because I know that you went for it. I mean, I know what that's like. And are you mostly social media? I mean, I'm kind of getting the vibe that you are, or were you, what kind of tip can you give on action for everyone?
I talked to everybody that I could when I was at my coffee stand. I looked at that as a way to network. And I talked to my customers. I told them about what I was doing. I talked to friends around me. I talked to family members. I really focused on learning how to post in the correct way, like attraction marketing, and learning how to bring people to me. I talked to different people every day. I was messaging people. I was doing power hours. It's really just getting yourself out there. I started doing live videos, and those helped a lot too. People want to see what you're doing. People are going to follow you and watch you, just like I did with Katie, like how I didn't sign up back in November, but then I watched her and finally did in April. It was really just telling anyone that I spoke to about my new business. I wouldn't exactly tell them to try to get them as a customer, or just kind of just talked about it constantly, and then people started coming to me about it. So
yeah, because you just never know where that conversation is going to go, do you?
Yeah.
Conversation, you don't know where it's going to go, if it's going to go anywhere, but it could lead to a new friend on Facebook or a new follower on Instagram. And then here you are, someone that had to watch Katie for all that time, but was consistent enough in watching her, and she was consistent enough in posting, that finally you're like, okay, I got to do this. Yeah. I love it that you talked about personal development, and I love it that you talked about, you took that time for yourself. And I love it that you talked about what you do to take action, because every single piece of that puzzle is so important to this, no matter what promotion it is. If it's executive, that's important. You're a leader. You've got to work on yourself, but you've got to also do the work to put the business in place. So I applaud you big time. I mean, I am so excited for what's to come for you and Double Diamond in September. That's right around the corner.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're amazing, and keep going. Just keep going, because your life is just going to get better and better and better.
Thank you.
You're incredible. Thank you so much for being on with us tonight. I know you're proud, Kiana.
So proud.
Oh, girl, it's your turn.
Okay.
All right. So who are you? Where are you from? How long have you been on board? How did you discover It Works in your life?
Okay. My name is Kiana Winfrey. I'm originally from Stamford, Connecticut. And I joined with Katie as well, because I don't even know how I ended up following her, or she ended up following me, or how it worked. But I was talking to somebody completely different about this business for probably like a month, maybe a little over a month. And I just kept going back and forth about it. And I was asking questions, and she just wasn't like confident in herself, and she was just starting out. So, you know, that's just a tip for everybody. Just be really confident, like the whole time. If you have questions, like be confident, but talk to your upline and watch videos. Like, I know I'm kind of doing this out of order, but I mean, just, yeah, so she just wasn't really confident. And so I started seeing Katie somehow, and I was 38 weeks pregnant, and I was huge. I gained over 75 pounds in my pregnancy, and I was looking for something to, like, A, help with stretch marks because they were bad, and then B, once I had the baby, to help me lose the weight. And the last thing was I needed money. Like, you know, I had a boyfriend who made great money. Like, he paid for the bills, but like I had to pay my phone payment. I had to pay my credit card bills. Like, credit cards were just stacking up, and like being 9 months pregnant, like I was freaking out. I was just like, how am I going to be able to buy my son anything? And I was freaking out. And I just, once I started like watching her, she was like, I mean, she was just so confident. Like anything I asked, she was like, oh yeah, absolutely. And like, there was no like beat around the bush. Like, she was just so direct to it. And I was like, wow, this girl really knows what she's talking about. And she was doing amazing. And she, was able to stay home with her daughter. And like, that's what I wanted. Like, I just kind of like would freak out and like get sweaty palms just even starting to think about having to leave my son with somebody else, because that's how I grew up. Like, I had a nanny when I was young, and like I called my nanny mom for the first time. And so like that was a huge thing to me, was I never ever wanted anybody else to watch my child. Like, I remember being like 8 years old, just being like, when I'm a mom, like, you know, like it was never like, oh, you know, I want to be a doctor or this or that. Like, I just always wanted to be a mom. Like, I remember always watching like the neighborhood kids, and like I was a single, what is it, like a single child, like, oh, an only child, single mom, like only child, you know. And so I just always wanted to like watch kids and like help kids. And so, yeah, so I got started because, you know, I just needed like $500 a month. I was like, if I could make $500 a month, that would like be the answer to my prayers. And like, I just kept, you know, praying about it, because I'm freaking out every night. Like, how am I going to do this? And like, I was scared I was going to like go in labor early because of how much stress I was putting on myself about thinking, you know, months down the road. And so, I signed when I was in January. I was like 39 weeks. It was a week before. And I started watching training videos, and I remember like spazzing out. Like, I remember texting Katie at like 1 o'clock in the morning being like, I need to print out everything. Is there like, can I go to the library and just like, is there like a print everything, or do I have to go through each thing and like individually print everything out? And she was like, okay, you're way overanalyzing. Like, let's just focus on a post. Let's get you to post. And I'm like, but I don't know what to post. Like, I need to know everything about this business. And so, you know, make goals. Like, don't freak out. Like, you know, you joined and you have somebody who's going to help you, you know, and if the person right above you just joined, like, you have at least a Ruby leader who can help you. So, I mean, you have ambassadors and presidentials and everyone who does these YouTube videos and trainings, and like, they're amazing. And that really kind of helped me. I mean, Katie does trainings all the time, and that was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go live. And I remember the first time I went live, my baby threw up like everywhere on me. I'm like, oh my God, this is real life. She's like, it's fine. Like, that, it's good thing it happened, because, you know, that's more people seeing that like, this is normal. Like, this is just your life. Like, you're a mom, you have a child, like other moms will relate to you. And so, that was really helpful for me. And then, you know, that happened pretty much every live. And so it was just kind of a pattern from then on out. Yeah, so that's why I started.
So have you also really feel like you've built primarily on social media? Is that where you found your level of kind of comfort and just easeability just because of life and how diverse it is and crazy it is?
Yeah. I would talk about it to my friends and my family all the time, but like where I really got more comfortable and where I started seeing like a lot of more success was definitely not only social media, but specifically like Instagram. Facebook was really kind of hard for me at first. Like I probably didn't use it until I was like almost diamond. Like, I mean, I would post about it occasionally, but like I'd get like 3 likes and I'm like, this just isn't working out. Like, and so then I'd watch like another training video and I'd like, okay, let me go post on Instagram again. And so primarily Instagram. And then I started watching, you know, other diamonds doing Snapchat. And I was like, okay, I can do that. I can do Snapchat. And so I started doing Snapchat, and then, you know, I started doing Facebook a little bit more, but I mainly was doing like stuff to get my page attention. And then I would do like a random post about the business, whether it was like just one product or one like lifestyle, like one like what the business has done for me or what it's about to do for me. So yeah, that's
kind of important for everyone to realize. It's about drawing people in.
Yeah.
And then pulling in those posts, whether it's a hair, skin, and nails product model post, or it's a really incredible post about business opportunity, and just it's a blend of all of that. And what both you and Ashley have said, being that you're brand new diamonds and you just accomplished something so big, is that it's about pulling people into the lifestyle. And even you two, here you were, you didn't even have the lifestyle yet. You were creating it. And that's what I love about this position that you're in right now, is you still are, yet you were still able to obviously attract so many people through that belief that you had in your heart, which is kind of that hair on fire. I call it, you know, your hair's on fire. You've got that confidence, you're soaring, you're just excited about your business. And I love that. Don't ever lose that, because that will take you all the way to the top. That is what people thrive on. And you did earn a $5,000 bonus. I mean, that's a big stinking deal. And so what does that mean for you and your family? Like, what does that mean for you now that you've earned that bonus?
Okay, so this is huge to me because I am recently a single mom. June 30th, I became a single mom, and I went through a complete life change. I went through like a huge domestic violence incident with my child's father. And so I have tissues here. I'm ready, guys.
I know you're prepared for this.
Yeah, I was like, okay, let me just tell you before, you know,
you
I get too hot and just stressed out over it. So I went from being in like, I thought it was a good relationship, and then it started like, it just got crazy really, really quick. And so what I did was I just packed my bag after we went through huge domestic violence, and like, it was a really bad incident. Like, that's all I could say without giving you guys like crazy details. But it was really hard for me to like, I literally had to grab the baby, I grabbed the stroller, I got the diaper bag in one bag, and I was putting like baby pictures in it and like whatever I could put in it. And I remember, I remember like talking to Katie and talking to Ashley and telling them like what just happened, and like, you know, like my face being like out to here and like just such a wreck. And I knew like being around domestic violence like my whole life, like what I had to do, and I had to get away from it. And so that's when I decided like, okay, like this is the plan. Like I have to go diamond. So completely like bloody and bruised up, I went to the cops. I started doing like everything that I had to do to make a life like change for my baby, who was 5 months old. And I knew that like the night I got into a safe house shelter, that this was the night like I was going to pray, and like this was going to answer any doubt I had, and I was going to make it happen, and this is what I was going to do, because I was not going to leave him with anybody, because, I mean, obviously me just going through a really bad traumatic incident, like, I couldn't even trust my child's father. So I was like, I can't trust anybody. Like, I had nobody. I had like a parent in jail and one that was supportive of my son's father. So it's like, I literally had nobody. I had Ashley and Katie. And so we kind of just like, we made a game plan, and they were very like, okay, pushing me, like, okay, you can do it. You can do it. And then like, so like this team is like my family. And I remember being in the safe house the first night I got there, and I signed a loyal customer for the system. And I was like, all right, this is it. Like, this is how I'm going to do it. I got the fast start bonus off. I moved that loyal customer, and that just gave me $100. Like, that was enough money for diapers and wipes and formula. And I started thinking of like a flight. Like, I was like, okay, I'm getting out of this state. Like, now I have to do this. Like, I already knew what I had to do, but it was just like putting it into action. I was freaking out about money because I didn't have anything. I had like no money to my name. I literally just paid my phone bill, my credit card bill. And then like June 30th, it was a Saturday. Well, it was like Friday night into a Saturday. So it was like, I started spazzing out, and I was like, okay, like, I know what I have to do. And I was in the safe house for 10 days. And I didn't leave my baby for a second. Like, I remember taking a shower, like holding the baby and like washing my hair, and like, you know, like it was just like, I literally didn't have anything. I remember I just like keep having like flashbacks of like, okay, this is what you watch in a training video. Like, you have to watch another training video. And like, every time I would like get inspired to like go post and write something like inspirational, like I would get a text or a call, or from the state, or from the police, or from my child's father. And it was like, it would sink me right back down. And I'm like, I couldn't focus. Like, I was stressing out. So everybody that like says that like they have too much going on, or they just like something is holding them back, or, you know, they're too busy. Like, they have life going on. Like, I had life going on. I was transitioning from like being comfortable, to becoming a single mom with absolutely no help, nobody, like literally nobody, not even like a parent. And so, that's what this company really gave me was, I mean, my upline like took me in, like Katie took me in, and like she's like helping me find an apartment. And I mean, it's just been like such a blessing. And I mean, this company is just kind of like more than I ever could have imagined in so many ways. And it's a family that I really never had. And so this $5,000, I was just able to pay $5,000, but I was just able to pay $500 to my credit card bills, and I just closed out another one of my credit cards. So I only have one more credit card left. I am getting a 2-bedroom apartment, which we didn't even have with me, my ex-boyfriend, and our son. Like, we had a 1-bedroom then. And so this is like, it's so much that I'm like able to do this all without leaving my baby, just doing this from my phone. And it's just crazy that this is real life, because people ask me, they message me all the time. The more I share my story, they like text me and they're like, you know, I have something similar going on. Like, can you tell me like what to do? And I'm like, absolutely. This is your game plan. Like, let's be serious. Like, you know, I'm not like, okay, well, let's focus on your first post of the day. I'm like, this is your game plan. You're going to get out of this and you'll become stronger. And the more I share my story, like, you know, it puts me out of this awkward zone. But I mean, nothing in your comfortability, nothing in that zone of you being comfortable is going to lead to you to have success. Like, you need to step out of that. You need to get out of your bubble, and you need to push yourself. And I mean, you won't believe everything that you could do once you get out of that comfort zone, because trust me, I had no idea that I could do this. And I mean, I did it, and I'm about to get a car and a 2-bedroom apartment. I'm about to be debt free. Like, I have a family now. Like, it's so much. Like, I didn't even have friends when I got into this business because, you know, he was just so controlling, and like I couldn't hang out with anybody. Like I lost my family. I literally lost everything. And so this company has literally blessed me in too many ways that every time I share my story, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to tell you that it blessed me in this way. Because it's just never ending blessings right now. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the future, because every day it's like another surprise. And I just can't believe that this is my life right now.
Ooh. I mean, I've read your story, but I've not been with you live, and I'm just over here like, this is just a mic drop moment. It's like, okay, we can all go home now, because so much, you know, you both are incredible. And this story is touching my heart. I was having lunch with my mom today. She just got back from 3 weeks gone, and just couldn't wait to be with her, you know, and, we're talking about our passion and love for this company, and just why we're here. And there was just this feeling that I had about tonight and the Zoom and just both of you, that this is why I do this. Like, this is what, like, I hope you realize how many lives like you are going to get to change from here on out, because you said yes to this. And because you prayed, because you believed, because you took action, and because you embody what this company is about. Like, this is what this is about. This is about a whole life transforming, and you allowing yourself to take it and run with it and create the life of your dreams. And this is just, I mean, I'm kind of speechless, to be honest. And that doesn't happen a lot. And I'm really proud of you, like really, really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
And really excited for you. So thank you for sharing that, because I know it's hard, but it's real. And you're just incredible. Both of you are. Oh man, wow. I want to know just real quick, because I do want to get some tips out of you, because this is a big stinking deal. I mean, this is huge. And it took a lot for you to do the work that you needed to do to get to where you are right now. And I know that. And I'd love for you just to share just a couple of action tips. You know, what does everyone need to know right now watching, that just is just itching to be where you're at and to have the success that you've had, even a fraction of it?
So as I was saying throughout, like, you just have to be confident from, like, you know, even if you're just a DT just starting out, like, if you're not 100% sure, then watch a training video on it. And like, as these people, like, as you know, your potentials, like, are asking you questions, like, write them down, talk to your upline. I literally was blowing up Katie's phone all the time. I'm like, Katie, what about this? Where was this made exactly? And she's like, well, I've been in the company for 2 years and I've never heard that question, so you'll be safe. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, I literally just always wanted to cover everything. Like I told you, I wanted to print out everything from in the beginning. And she was kind of like, you're fine. Like, you don't need any of that. Like, you're not going to need that for a long time.
We call that a green personality. You know that, right?
I was very green to start. And then, you know, the longer I've been in here, it's like the more red I am. And I'm not sure if it's because, you know, just staying in touch with Katie so much and being like, okay, now teach me what else I need to know. And like, she would just push down my throat more training videos all the time. Like, get on training video, watch this person, get on more consistency, Kiana. So like, literally consistency and training and self-development. Like, you know, before I left my child's father, he was very unsupportive, like, the whole time. He was like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, you're wasting your time. You're wasting money. Like, you're never going to be able to do anything of this. Like, he was just like always throwing me under the bus. And I would tell Katie, and I'm like, Katie, I can't take any more of this today. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, he's telling me I can't do this. I know I can do this. Tell me I can do this. And she was like, you're going to do this. Like, I know you can do this. You're so incredible. And like, I remember like, just I can't read any of these right now. Sorry, guys. I just remember
they're just loving on you. That's all. They're loving.
I'm like, every time it goes off, I like look and I'm like, okay,
I'll copy and send it to y'all after.
Okay. I just remember like, you know, everybody putting me down and telling me like, you're never going to be able to do this. Like, I don't know why you're even trying. You're wasting your time. And like, I just like knowing like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. And like, I started for $500. So once I hit $500 and I was Ruby, I was like, this is gold. And then when this whole incident happened in my first night in the safe house, I was like, this is it. I'm going diamond. Like, I'm going to be a single mom. And like,
so,
I kept
sorry. Were you Ruby at the time when you made the decision to go diamond? So you went from Ruby. So this was
June 30th, I had the domestic violence incident. Right. June 31st, I was in the safe house. So from, is there a 31st? June 31st?
I think it was the first. It started.
So either June 31st, if that's a thing, or July 1st, I'm not really sure.
1 month's time, you went. Yeah. 1 month, you went from.
Double promoted. To diamond. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And so really just like staying in touch and like, I mean, constantly having somebody who's going to push you. And I mean, whoever that person's going to be, if that's like your upline, if that's your sideline, if that's a downline, like, I mean, I had, you know, Katie was my upline and Ashley's my downline, but Ashley's really like my sideline because like, we're just like, okay, we're going diamond this month. Like, you know, it was like, it's a group chat and literally I'm like, I'm walking into the courthouse right now. Like, tell me I could do it. You know, it's just like constant, like they're proud of you and like, you know, having somebody that's like, you're going to do this, you're going to do it. And like, I used to write it down. Like, I don't know if anyone else needs to do that. Like, write it down. The more you see it, the more you like write it. I used to tell myself in the mirror, like holding the baby in the morning, like after I get ready, like, you're going diamond this month. You're going to do this. You're about to sign a loyal customer. You're going to sign a distributor. And like, I would just push that. And like, I remember at the end of the month, I was stressing out so bad. And I was like, am I going to do this? Am I going to do this? And Katie's like, you're going to do this. You're going to do this. We're going to do this. Like, you can do this. I know you can do this. And like, just like that constant, like consistency and like, you know, making sure, you know, you do your posts on Facebook, your posts on Instagram, like reading, like watching other people. Like, I couldn't even read because I'd cry so much. So it was like, I had to watch videos. Like, I just had to watch videos. But reading, I mean, that's really calming and that used to relax me. So if anybody else needs a book, there's so many books out there. Can't think of any right now because my mind's like everywhere. I literally wrote down on like the back of like a piece of paper, like an envelope, so I didn't forget. I was joking with Ashley right before we got on. I was like, okay, let's write our name down and where we're from in case we forget. You know, it's been we're both like a little nervous. So
you're killing it. So would you say that it's just, I know it's posting, but it's the follow-up and it's the asking. And, you know, we always say, you know, posting's not asking. Posting builds up brand awareness, but it's the asking. I mean, in that Ruby to diamond time frame, you had to go for it.
Yeah. And like writing out your chart. And I just learned this like probably like 2 weeks ago now. But inside your e-suite, you could actually like chart. I didn't know that. I was using a piece of paper, but
old school, I use paper.
Yeah, I'm like writing the volume, and I'm like crossing it out. Like finally started using a pencil, and I was like, oh, you can. I'll just erase it and start writing. So it's like, you know, just there's so many tools, and so many people have done this that there's so much out there that you can do it. And if you keep telling yourself every day that you're going to do it, you write it down, you put it in your phone, you put it on your bathroom wall with an expo marker, and you write it everywhere. Like, you just, that's all you see. Like, you don't have any other choice. Like, you're going to do it. Like, Ashley, literally, she was like, I remember like texting her, I mean, like, hey, are you okay? Like, I haven't heard from you. She's like, yeah, I just watched a YouTube video. I'm like, well, what YouTube video did you watch? Like, so it wasn't like, it was like consistently just like keeping in touch with people that are going to push you, and whoever that is, that's, you know, I don't know, whoever's on your team, whoever you like, wow, I really need to be surrounded by red. Then surround yourself with red personalities and make them push you, because that's what you need. I mean, that's what I needed. And anytime I was having like every day pretty much, I would let myself have like 20 minutes of just like, okay, this happened. This really sucks. But you know what? let me tell you what's not going to suck. When you're double diamond and you're making an average of $4,000 and you're not even worried about what you have in your account and this and that. And when I just got paid the other day, I was like, it wasn't real to me when I saw diamond on my eSuite. What was real to me was when I got that paycheck yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, I'm paying $500 right now at one time on a credit card. On a credit card. That's insane. Like, just, I mean, this business is just so incredible, and I don't know what else to say, because it's just like, it's overwhelming to me.
Yeah. Oh, girl, your whole life's about to change.
Yeah, it's been changing every day, and it's incredible.
More. You're like, oh my gosh. Oh, it's just going to be so fun to watch. It's just going to be so fun to watch. You both are, it's just going to get better and better. Look what you've already accomplished, and it's August.
I know.
January. You said yes to this.
7 months now. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you just, a massive applause. Like, I am so excited. And I know that you touched everybody tonight that is watching, and for everybody that's watching the recording, this is incredible. So thank you both so much.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm honored.
Well, when you messaged me first this morning, I was like, Kay messaged me. She wants me on a video. And like, I remember sending it to Ashley. I was like, you better do this video with me. And then I was like spazzing out. I was like, I can't go first. Like, my makeup's going to be everywhere. Like, like I was joking around. I was like, I put like, I've been to 2-1 teams lately. And I was like, I cleaned this tissue box, because I knew, like, this is my 4th time talking about it on either. I talked about it twice on the 1 teams when they called up the diamonds, and both times I bawled my eyes out. And then, this is my 2nd live talking about it, and every time it gets a little easier. So that's good. I was telling you earlier, I was like, I'm probably going to cry. It's probably going to happen. Like, haven't quite hit the point where I haven't stopped crying yet, but I still take that 20 minutes every day for, me time. And then I'm like, okay, listen, this is what we're doing today. Go make your posts now, and then have your greens. So
what's next for you?
So this month, I'm getting an apartment, and I'm going to get a car, and I'm going to get settled, and I'm going to actually paint an apartment, which is incredible. Like, I never painted my own apartment ever. So it's like, I'm going to do that with, someone's going to have to watch the baby for, like an hour so I can paint. And, then I'm going to go double diamond next month, and I'm just going to take off from there, because this has been so blessed and so amazing right now that it's just like, it's hit me, but it hasn't fully hit me. I still look at it and I'm like, does that say diamond? Katie, come here. Like, does that say diamond? And she's like, yeah, you're diamond. I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy. It's just such a blessing.
Diamond and moving on up, both of you. So awesome. Thank you so much. Ashley, thank you too. It's just been a joy. I've loved it so much. All right, Kiana, Ashley, thank you. I'm going to stop the recording.